In the heart of Hubei, China, looms the colossal Three Gorges Dam, a technological marvel standing tall at over 100 meters in height and stretching for 2 kilometers. This engineering behemoth creates a reservoir sprawling across 1,000 square kilometers and holding a staggering 40 cubic kilometers of water. It's not just an awe-inspiring hydroelectric project, it's a lifeline, providing electricity to 20 million people and aiding in the management of droughts and floods in the Yangtzi Basin. However, since its inception in the 1990s, this dam has morphed into something more than just a symbol of progress. It has become a symbol of vulnerability. Due to its status as a strategic infrastructure, it has been earmarked as a potential target in a hypothetical Taiwanese military strategy, one that is as chilling as it is devastating. Welcome to living history. While not official policy, some military planners in Taipei have floated the notion that, in the event of a conflict with China, an attack on the dam could unleash cataclysmic consequences. Such an act could obliterate the lower Yangtzi region, wiping out vital military and industrial installations and inundating cities like Nanjing, Shanghai, and Wuhan. The idea behind this strategy is mutual assured destruction. Taiwan may be annihilated in retaliation, but it would not go down without a fight. This is one of the most apocalyptic military strategies of the 21st century, and its implications extend far beyond the realm of politics. When it comes to survival, nothing can be taken lightly. Taiwan's hypothetical Doomsday plan could be a disaster of global proportions, impacting not just the Asian continent, but also our own lives. Already, disputes in the region have sent ripples through our wallets and economies, from the ongoing chip shortage to soaring supply costs. If this doomsday plan were to ever become a reality, the global economic repercussions would be immeasurable. But how did this plan even become an option? For this, we need to journey back in time. The story begins on October 1st, 1949, when Mao Zedong proclaimed the People's Republic of China in Tiananmen Square. Over 2 decades of civil strife, punctuated by a war with Japan, culminated in a Communist Party triumph on the mainland and the retreat of the Kuomintang forces to Taiwan. The mainland and Taiwan never abandoned their claims to each other, but as time passed, the conflict settled into a frozen state. The idea of one China became the cornerstone of cross-strait relations, though its practical implications remained murky. In the early stages of the Cold War, diplomatic recognition often aligned with geopolitical affiliations. However, over time, the Sino-Soviet split and Deng Xiaoping's reforms elevated the mainland's economic and geopolitical significance. In 1979, the United States shifted its official recognition to the mainland while extending substantial but semi-official security guarantees to Taiwan. This arrangement preserved Taiwan's de facto independence while leaving the island's ultimate status unresolved. Fast forward to recent years, and China's ascent as a global power has brought the Taiwan issue back into focus. Strategically speaking, Taiwan is a thorn in Beijing's side and a crucial card in Washington's hand. China seeks to assert its territorial claims, while the US maintains a policy of strategic ambiguity regarding Taiwan's defense. While a full-scale Chinese invasion of Taiwan is currently unlikely, Taipei is taking no chances. An independently operable deterrent is the key to retaining self-rule and reducing dependence on the United States for security. Ordinarily, nuclear weapons would serve this deterrence function, but Taiwan's ambiguous diplomatic status makes their acquisition or development a perilous path, seen as a move towards separatism and a potential act of war by Beijing. This ethical dilemma is complex, but so is the prospect of war itself. After all, as Bertrand Russell said, war doesn't determine who is right, it only determines who is left. Enter one of the most destructive war plans of the 21st century, the hypothetical attack on the Three Gorges Dam. Such an attack could meet Taiwan's deterrence objectives without resorting to nuclear weapons. In essence, it's a plan to achieve more with less, ensuring the threat of mutually assured destruction using conventional means. The hypothetical scenario of targeting the Three Gorges Dam as a form of deterrence carries a weighty historical context. Throughout history, The failure of dams has led to catastrophic consequences, affecting not just the immediate vicinity, but often causing widespread devastation. The worst of these is the Banqiao Dam failure of 1975, which saw the collapse of the Banqiao Dam in China during a severe typhoon and led to one of the deadliest dam failures in history. The catastrophic flooding resulted in the loss of an estimated 171,000 lives and environmental devastation that can still be felt today. A catastrophic failure of the Three Gorges Dam, with its colossal size and the potential to unleash immense volumes of water, would likely result in a disaster of unprecedented proportions, affecting not only China, but also neighboring countries, given the dam's location on the Yangtzi River. Targeting the Three Gorges Dam would involve unleashing its 600-kilometer-long reservoir into the lower Yangtzi, swiftly overwhelming downstream flood containment systems and causing immense damage to population centers, including Wuhan, Nanjing, and Shanghai. Apart from directly affecting tens of millions of people, such an attack would devastate the lower Yangtze's industrial base, commercial centers, and two-thirds of China's rice production, potentially impacting up to 400 million Chinese. This is as extreme as it gets, but there is more. Destroying the Three Gorges Dam could also potentially neutralize a significant portion of the PLA's airborne division, headquartered in Hubei. Taipei's obvious preference would be to never implement such a plan, as it could prompt a nuclear response from Beijing, with its 400 nuclear warheads more than sufficient to obliterate the island. However, the true merit of this plan lies not in its actual execution, but in the credible threat it poses. Nevertheless, achieving this goal requires both the means to carry out such a strike and signaling to Beijing a credible threat of doing so. Distance complicates both prerequisites, with the Three Gorges Dam situated 1,200 kilometers from Taiwan. Dropping a payload via aircraft is impractical due to resistance, leaving cruise missiles as the best option. Taiwan is making rapid advances in this area, boosting its missile production target and developing sophisticated assets like the Xiangxiang 2E and the upgraded Unfang supersonic cruise missile, with ranges that bring the Three Gorges Dam within reach. The question remains, how much firepower is needed for a knockout blow? It's a matter of debate, with some arguing for a few missiles, while others suggest thousands may be required to ensure redundancy and account for potential losses. However, damaging the dam superficially might not be enough, as gravity dams are designed to disperse energy, and the segmented structure of the Three Gorges could limit the impact. China's formidable air defenses around the dam add another layer of complexity. Taiwanese supersonic missiles like the Unfang could pose a significant challenge to interception, but China could preempt an attack by draining the dam in advance, signaling intentions, but also causing disruptions to river commerce. Yet threatening the Three Gorges Dam could have additional unintended consequences. History shows that breaching water containment structures can lead to significant loss of civilian life, rallying popular support behind countermeasures and potentially undermining Taiwan's soft power credibility, as attacks on civilian water infrastructure are considered war crimes under international law. Thus, while an attack on the Three Gorges Dam could provide Taiwan with a non-nuclear form of mutually assured destruction, it is a double-edged sword that could also harm the one who wields it. This is Living History, signing out.